Yo, photographers, as you can see by this thumbnail, cameras up, bank account down. And I'm making this video for the photographers out there that buy a camera, but then when they buy the camera, they second guess the camera, and now they want to buy another camera to replace that camera, and they just get stuck and then just so confused. And but why they buying this camera? The money is going down in their bank account, but they don't realize why they're buying another camera. And I used to be that same exact person, buying so much camera gear for no apparent reason, until I realized my clients don't care about what type of camera gear that I bought. Like, I was mentally going through, I guess I would say, like a like a camera depression or something. I don't know what it's called. I'm just saying, I'm making up stuff at this point. But I was going through something because I just kept buying the camera gear. So this video, I'm just breaking down to you what I went through as far as like when I bought like $25,000 worth of camera gear, and I had no reason why I was buying the camera gear. But after I learned the goals that I had set for myself, I stopped buying the camera gear because I realized like I really wanted to run a business. And so once I figured out the things that I needed to do to run a business, I focus on those things I'm going to talk to you about in these videos, and I stopped focusing on buying the camera gear because it was not getting me nowhere. So a quick backstory on me, right? When I bought my first camera about 10 plus years ago, my goal was to learn photography and to quit my job. And I did that 5 years ago. But my first 5 years, like, it was rough. It was rough because I was having some clients, but it wasn't like high-paying clients to where I could quit my job. So I was in a rut. So I just wanted to figure out, like, okay, how do I figure this thing out? Because back then when I started photography, it wasn't no photography coaches. It wasn't photographers talking about how to run a business. They were just talking about how to buy camera gear. And guess what I was doing? Buying camera gear. So that's why I want to talk to photographers about like the education behind running a business of photography, because that what really matters at the end of the day. Not buying this camera gear, this does not matter, because you're going to end up in debt. I'm telling you, you're going to end up in debt. Prime example. So you don't want to be focused on buying the camera gear. What you really want to focus on when you get your camera, you want to learn everything about that camera, because like once you put your camera in manual mode and learn about aperture, shutter speed, and ISO, and also sometimes if you want to use off-camera flash or if you want to use a flash, you want to learn the combination of how to put those things together to get the maximum out of that camera. Because once you figure that out, now you don't no longer have to buy camera gear. You have to focus on your clients that you want to pay you your worth. You want to focus on that side. The camera part is easy once you done figure that out. Like, I used to shoot every day when I got off work. I used to work night shift. I got off work, shoot every single day. I played with the camera. So when I was in shooting weddings and portraits and things like that, like, I was quick to get into my settings and adjust, because now I done played with the camera so much in a predicament I was put into, I was able to capture the photos for my clients. So you want to learn your camera first. And after you learn your camera, you want to know what type of photography you want to shoot, because this is going to matter. Because once you start telling people about your services, you want to be able to specialize in one type of photography. That way everybody knows exactly what you do. Because if you say you shoot everything, I used to tell people I shoot everything in the beginning, and I could not charge the maximum of the photography I wanted to shoot, because people didn't understand what I actually shoot. They just thought I was just like every other photographer, because every other photographer does not know marketing. So once other photographers don't know marketing and you're doing the same thing they're doing, you're going to get the same results they're doing, because 9 times out of 10, their prices are low, your prices are going to be low. So you have to specialize in one type of photography. That way, if you specialize in weddings like me, in the beginning, my first wedding was like $600. But after I started specializing only shooting weddings, I was charging $3,500 to $4,000 every wedding, because all I post on my page was weddings, the behind the scenes of the weddings, the reviews I got from my clients, And the different things that I was doing in my business to run my wedding photography business, I was promoting that on social media. So now when people come to my page, it was like, yo, okay, this is what this guy does. So once I got them on a Zoom call and break down my process, what I do on a wedding day first, and then I also break down that, I have contracts, invoice, and what the deposit was. And once I had all that together on a call, they book. It was literally that simple. They book. So you want to have a process together. After you figure out what type of photography that you shoot, you're going to have these clients contact you, and that's the process you need to have on the back end. You need to have the contracts, the invoices, and the way that people can pay you, because once you have that process simplified, also make sure you get on that Zoom call. I'm going to stress that again. Get on a Zoom call with them. It's much better than closing clients on a call. I don't know. I guess it just makes them feel more like a FaceTime, but it works way better than on a call because you can actually see where you messed up at. And on a Zoom call, you can actually go back and look at that call and say, for instance, you close a client on a Zoom call, you can go back and look at that same Zoom call and be like, okay, this is the pattern I'm going to stick with, because if it booked that client, it's going to book more clients. So don't buy so much camera gear, because you're going to need more energy in other things. Like me, after I stopped buying the camera gear, I started focusing, as you can see in the background, I started focusing on my health. So as you can see, I bought a bunch of stuff for the gym, like weights and things like that. It's other stuff that we can buy besides camera gear. You have to understand, there comes a time where you just stop making these bad decisions because it doesn't make sense. So if it doesn't make sense, it's not making you no dollars. I'm trying to tell you now, because it wasn't making me no dollars. But once I started focusing on the things that were growing my business, then my business started to grow. So hopefully this video helps you, and you won't go out there and your bank account start going down, because when your bank account goes down, look around, there's nobody to save you. There's nobody to save you. So make sure that you learn these different skills and learn how to grow your photography business. And in the meantime, check out this video. This video is going to help you get clients, because once you figure out exactly what your camera does, the next thing is focusing on how to get clients. So yeah, go check out that video right there, and I'll see you there.